what kind of preparations did you have to make for the home birth?
I didn't know what my heart was in for till you stepped into the room. And I didn't show, but I wanted to know everything I could about you. See, I was told the dreams were meant to be.
What's up, everybody? It's VGB, aka Vegan Girl Boss, and today I am here for another mom vlog. I am on travel right now. I am so tired, but I wanted to vlog. My baby girl is turning 8 months tomorrow, and I'm here, so I'm feeling a little bit of mom guilt, and so I was like, well, maybe I'll just record a video, I guess. But yeah, I'm feeling so much mom guilt for not being able to be there to take her 8-month picture. And I guess I didn't really, I shared a lot about my home birth, but I didn't really share that much. So I guess just to reflect back on like how far I've come in these 8 months, being postpartum and everything. I'm gonna do a little postpartum home birth and home birth experience Q&A. So I'm gonna answer a couple of home birth questions and just wing it, see how it goes. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that. I'm just here alone. It's so quiet. I got my boys and my baby girl here, and my husband. Our like I miss my family. I miss everybody. But yeah, I'm just here hanging out alone. Yeah, it's rough, like having to travel and leave your babies. I don't know, I just feel a bit of guilt. I know I probably need this break, and I'm looking forward to like doing a starfish in the bed. I am looking forward to that, but at the same time, I just feel like I miss moments when I travel and travel without them, and I can't wait to be home already. So yeah, looking forward to that. Hopefully this trip goes by fast so I can get back home. But yeah, I'm gonna do a little Q&A about my home birth. And yeah, let's go from there. So I have some questions on my phone. Let's see here. So I guess for anybody who is new to my channel and is not like have not been following along for like my home birth and just getting everything set up and everything, I had a home birth back in January. And I like did all the preparation. I like visualized my birth and made sure to like I practiced and everything because I was so nervous. It was my third birth, but I had never done a home birth before, so I was just really nervous. And I really prepared and set everything up so that I could have as much control as I wanted, because that's just the type of person I am. I like to be prepared if I can. So yeah, I had a home birth, and yeah, that's pretty much what this video is about. Just take my mind off things and reflect back on these 8 months that I've been postpartum with my third baby. And yeah, so let's see. So what made me So what made me decide to do a home birth? What made me decide to do a home birth? The first most important thing that like made me want to, what inspired me, was my cousin, who is pretty much like a sister to me. I will leave her information down below, but she's had so many home births, and I remember from even being pregnant with my first, who is 7 now, she kind of was, you know, helping and like advocating for me to do a home birth and how special it was. And She just really seemed like so empowered after having her home births, and she had like all unassisted, and so that definitely inspired me to want to go down that route. And I remember like one of my, not too long ago, a labor nurse, one of my labor nurses, contacted me, and she said like she would never forget my birth, and my hospital births were beautiful. I really don't have any complaints other than like just the kind of pressure you get to get that epidural. But I mean, they just don't want to see you in pain, and who wants to see you in pain? So like, I understand, and it's its own culture, it's its own sort of thing at the hospital, and you know, some people really like that vibe, and I had no issues with that vibe, and it brought my 2 beautiful baby boys into the world. So definitely don't have any issues with hospital birth. But yeah, my cousin, she has 11 babies now, and I think she had 9 of them. I may be saying that wrong, like 9 of them or something, unassisted at home. And so I wanted to go down that route. I was still a little, my faith was not strong enough to be doing unassisted just yet, but I did want to go down the home birth route, and she was a huge part of that. And she documents her home births and everything. So I will definitely link that information down below. She also has a home birth like book that will help you get prepared, get your partner prepared. It has everything in there. So I'll see if that's ready, and if it is, I will leave a link for that down below too, for anybody who is ready or is pregnant and wants to go down the home birth route. She has everything in there, like home remedies, and it's all like a little journal, all little like a checkbook list, but geared towards home birth and unassisted birth. And it has everything in there, and she has so much experience, so she knows. And so I wish when I was preparing for my home birth that I had that. She did send me like some edits, and not the final product, but she sent me like what she had gathered so far, and that was so helpful, and that helped me a lot. But yeah, she has this beautiful home birthing journal. So yeah, I guess hopefully I answered that question. But yeah, she was a huge inspiration for that. Also, like when I'm just like romanticizing my life and thinking about it, I'm like in a garden like with beautiful babies and as natural as possible. My life, I want it as natural and as healthy as possible, and in a garden like Eve, like that's what I envision. And so the home birth route kind of fed more into that situation. Like birth is beautiful, and it doesn't have to be this sterile situation. And so that's kind of what pushed me towards that. But all of that kind of, I never would even have thought about that. She's like the first person in my family, and that's close to me, that had went that route. So she was a pioneer towards my thinking and seeing things that in that realm. And then of course after that I like go on a YouTube deep dive and Pinterest and you know all of that, and seeing how beautiful home birth can be definitely made me really want to go for it. But yeah, I'm sure it was tough for her with like not really that many people doing home birth, or anybody in our family doing a home birth. And so I'm so grateful that it was weird that she like paved the way, and it made it more acceptable. Like my mom was still a little hesitant, but kind of more for it, because she's seen that my cousin had went through it so much, and also my kids are half El Salvadorian, and so I don't really want to say like, I don't think my in-laws are like that for it, but they've seen like natural births like all the time, and and my husband's grandma like had all her babies natural, so it was in that realm too. So I don't know why I keep saying realm, but yeah, it was like in that situation where they weren't really for it, but they've seen it before and they know that it's possible. And for anybody that like family doesn't support them, I know there's like Facebook groups out there, and you can build your community of people that does support your decision. It was a little bit difficult getting my husband on board, but I was just like so strong. Like, I really want this home birth. Like, I have dreamed of this. Like, I tried to have a natural in the hospital with both of my boys, and just that pressure of getting that epidural was there, and I didn't like know about doula and all of that. So yeah, I just really wanted to go the home birth route, and I was just really adamant about doing that. So definitely stand firm on it and on what you really want to do, if it's medically appropriate for you. And I just pray that if you do want to go down the home birth route, that your support system will become understanding of why you want to do it, and I guess just sit down and talk to them about like what's your reasoning. Send them videos, and you know, just that I feel like the more educated people are on it, the less scary it is. And the fact that I had a team of midwives and doula and all of that, I mean, they're certified. They've gone to school, gotten degrees. Like, they're just as capable of people as doctors. If you don't want to go the unassisted route, the midwife route, they are medical professionals as well. So yeah, that was a long-winded answer, like a almost 10-minute answer. Let's see. How did I go about finding midwives? Google, Instagram. I had one midwife that I really wanted to go with, but she was kind of far from me, and I knew with it being my third, it was a chance that the baby could come really fast, and I was kind of nervous about her being so far away. So I chose to go with one that was closer, but I looked up Google reviews, and that's kind of how I found mine, because I wasn't connected to a community at the time of ladies that had gone through home birth and stuff like that. So just did research like you would anything else, and just looked up local midwives in my area, and then kind of interviewed them, looked up prices, try to figure out insurance, all of that. And I struggle with the insurance process of like getting it covered. So I highly recommend, if you haven't conceived yet, and if you're trying to, and you know you want to go the home birth route, look up insurance policies. I think they're it's like, is it Good Samaritan? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I can't remember, but it's certain like Catholic ones, I think, Catholic insurance policies that cover home birth fully, but you have to be signed up to it before give or conceive. So it was too late for me to do that, but at the time I was with Blue Cross Blue Shield, and I did end up getting it covered. I just had to pay everything up front, and then I was reimbursed later. So that was my process with that. But I would highly recommend going about looking into the insurance and all of that when trying to find a midwife, see what their billing process is, if they have anybody on their end that helps with that, because the billing, and that's kind of the difference too, like with the financial part, is a hospital is a lot more helpful when it comes to the payments and the billing and all of that, I feel like. And not to say that the midwife, like, it wasn't helpful. It wasn't as straightforward and streamlined as in the hospital, and they have tons and tons of thousands and thousands of births and stuff, so they have their stuff a bit more streamlined as opposed to my experience with home birth. But yeah. And y'all weren't asking about the financial part, but I figured I'd throw that in there. Let's see here. Let's see, what were some of my concerns going into the home birth? What were some of my concerns? I guess the financial part of home birth was a big concern of ours. The timing of when they would get there, be there, that was a little scary too. Cause in the hospital, you still have the fear of being able to make it to the hospital. I guess I kind of did have the concern of if they would be there. So that was a concern. What other? I didn't really have that many concerns because y'all, I was deep diving into home births. I was watching so many home birth videos and midwife videos and just educating myself as much as possible. So I really didn't have that many concerns. And then I had the best resource ever, which was my cousin that gave me so much inspiration and encouragement and answered any questions that I had and any concerns. And so I wasn't really concerned, if that answers. What kind of preparations did you have to make for the home birth? Oh, this was my favorite part. So, setting up the space, setting up the environment. They say, having your baby, you want it to be an intimate setting, just like what you use to make the baby. So I really enjoyed getting my birth space, getting my master bedroom ready. Putting my birth kit together. I had a utility cart with all the birth items that I needed. My midwives, they were oh yeah, we're gonna give you something around 36 weeks. We're gonna give you a home birth package. But I couldn't wait on that. I went ahead and had all of my stuff ready, just because that's my personality and just based on research that I did. So I will try to leave a link of all the things that I purchased if you're anything like me and want to have your stuff and you don't want to wait that long just in case or whatever. My cousin gave me what types of scissors or sutures you would need and all of that. So I went and purchased all of that type stuff and had it in a utility cart ready. And so that was the biggest preparation, making sure you had the little water hose, I don't even know what you call it now, the water hose thing, in order to go from your, I don't know what that was. Yeah, but the water hose thing to go from your shower to your home birthing tub. What else? Yeah, just all your paperwork, all your insurance, all of that stuff, coordinating with your midwife, and a lot of that is done with your midwife. But I just took it a little step further and went ahead and had extras of things. I know they provided their kit of what they would need, but I ended up using majority of the stuff in the kit that I had plus their stuff. And so it was really nice to have it already set, and I made sure I had it ready at 30 weeks, maybe 27. Yeah, I was ready. So that's the main preparation as far as physical items. Making sure I had my home birth kit and my birthing space ready, that I would be relaxed. That would be a space that I relaxed in. Also giving my husband and my mom a to-do list of things that I would need during that time, and kind of like educate them on what I would want in a peaceful environment, and like what music to play, and stuff like that, and like where the kids would be, and tried to prep that stuff as much as possible, like logistics. Supernatural Childbirth, y'all. Supernatural Childbirth book. Read that. So that was like, I had read it or listened to it with my youngest son, and it was so nice. Like, it's such a good book, and it really helps me like build my faith and not have fear, and to how to think about labor, and how to use your mouth and speak things that are not as though they were, and like quote scripture, and like what scripture aligns with birth, and all of that for it to be a beautiful situation. And so that book really helped with the preparation too. So for my son, when I was at the hospital, the doctor didn't believe that I was in labor, and I was like 7 centimeters dilated, and he's like, you're not jumping up and down screaming, so yeah, we're probably gonna have you go back home, but we'll check you just in case. And I ended up staying there, and it wasn't until like transition is when I like got the epidural. So I didn't know how bad it was gonna get though, so, and I didn't know I was in transition, so I probably didn't have to get the epidural with him. But the book really helped me to kind of transform that pain into something else, or not look at it as pain. And that's kind of like what she talks about in the book, like have a pain-free birth. And I don't want to say that I don't know if it's like really like pain-free, but like just channeling that into scripture, what you're feeling, and knowing that it's like for a purpose, and just to relax and know that we were created for it. That book was just the icing on the cake for like my last 2 births. But with this one too, my midwives didn't know that I was like getting ready to be in active labor as well, so they like went to go have lunch. They were tired. They had been they had another birth that didn't go as planned, and so they were tired from that and had been up all night, and so they were like, well, we're not gonna sit here and wait on you. You're like only 4 centimeters, so you're probably not gonna do anything today, so or not until later, so we're gonna go eat and come back and check on you. And that's kind of, and I ended up having my daughter, and y'all can listen to the home birth story. I won't bore y'all with that information in this video, but if you're interested in that, I will try to leave my home birth story as well. But yeah, that was another thing. But yeah, for reading that book, it's like a blessing, but with like not really being in so much pain, and it's better than the epidural in my opinion. Like reading that book and preparing your body and just making as much preparation as possible for the experience. But of course, God's plan will trump whatever prepping you're gonna do. But you know, just being a little prepared is nice. So yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. I'm tired, y'all. Yeah, but yeah, preparation is key. That book helped. It was better than the epidural for me, like 100%. And so I highly recommend, if y'all are gonna do anything to prep for a home birth, hospital birth, read the book Supernatural Childbirth. I am like a huge advocate of that book. And it will definitely help you with any preparation, anything. Just standing on his word and knowing what the word says about birth, and what the word says about childbirth really changes your perspective on what you'll be going through during labor, leading up to labor, all of that. So that was beautiful, and that was the thing that helped me to prep the most, be prepared the most. It was nice. Let's see here. This one says, how was your experience overall? Would you do it again? My overall experience was beautiful. The fact that I like showed up for myself and prepped for myself as much as I could, like for my future self. I was so thankful for that. The preparation that I did. So thankful. So thankful that God sent the right resources and to get me prepared for that. So my overall experience in that regard, like showing up for myself, was really good. I think I put a lot of hope in other people, and I would, if I were to have another home birth, I don't know, y'all, my like going from 2 to 3 is woo. So I don't know. Sometimes I get baby fever. But our hands are full right now, so we'll see how that goes, where that goes. But I do love like the topic of home birth, and just encourage, like I could see myself just like encouraging other ladies with home birth, and I love the space. I love the space, and I don't know if it's meant to be. I feel like it will be. Like, we're not really doing anything to avoid having another one per se, but I don't know. I just know that my hands are full right now. So, but the overall experience was good. I showed up for myself, so I'm like so thankful for that. Like, I did as much as I could do. I think and like it was just me. Like, at the end of the day, when you're having a home birth, it's gonna be you, God, and that baby, and like those are the only things like you can really rely on. Like, and just stand on God more than anything, and trust in Him versus trusting in all these other people. Like, I feel like I'm so thankful for everybody that was at my birth. But I think I put too much pressure or too much hope in what they could do for me. And I feel like I should have prepared even more a little bit, if that makes, like, I feel like I should have had even more stuff in preparation, so that for instance, when my midwife left and went to go eat, like, she I'm not sure she brought the pool in with her, but she brought the pool in and then took it back out. Like, I wish I had my own pool so that I wouldn't have to worry about that. But I mean, you need people at the end of the day too. And like, I wish I had like told my mom and my husband like to just give me juice or give me coconut water or whatever, give me electrolytes. Like, even though I'm not asking and I'm just in peace and resting and trying to move through the waves, like, please just be like, Precious, get some electrolytes, get this, get that. Like, I'm gonna give you a massage. Like, I wish I had prepared them, because they didn't know, they weren't in the space, and my like full attention and everything was just to get through those contractions, get through those waves. And I wish I had I guess talk to my husband, talk to my mom, and maybe have talked to my doula a little bit more too. I was just maybe like thinking she would just do it. I wish I had like told them like, yeah, I'm not as verbal. Like, I will be using all of my efforts to get through these waves. And so then, even though I'm not talking to y'all and expressing like what I need need y'all to just give me the water, put the music on, like massage those pressure points to help relieve some of whatever, or I don't even know. I don't even know, but like just be there even though I'm not like screaming and in pain. So I guess if that makes sense. If that makes sense. I was like in such a peaceful place, just trying to get through everything. I wasn't communicating to anybody, and I think that's part of the reason why I ended up having my baby the way I did at my home birth. So yeah. Lesson learned. If I were to do it again, I would definitely be like whoever is gonna be there and be my support people to know like how I go through labor, and it's a quiet, worshiping, peaceful space that I probably won't be talking or screaming. I'll just be resting, but my mind will still be like thinking, oh, I'm kind of thirsty, all these things, but I can't say it because I am channeling all my energy to do something else, so I can't tell y'all that, so please just do it. But yeah, I think that answers the question. My overall experience, yes, my overall experience was good, beautiful thing, beautiful just to know that your body is capable of doing that. God created our beautiful bodies to stretch and have these beautiful babies, and that like overall that is beautiful. Hospital, home birth, whatever. The overall experience every single time was beautiful. Beautiful. Birth is beautiful. Having these beautiful arrows to go out into the world is so beautiful. So overall experience, so nice and beautiful. And would I do it again? I don't know. Okay, so I guess, did I have anything, I'll just brush through this real quick. Did I have anything unexpected happen during the home birth? Yes. I gave birth on the floor in my bathroom cold tile floor, and the ambulance had to come. So those were two unexpected things that happened during my home birth that I did not plan for. What was the recovery like after having home birth? Oh my goodness, recovery was beautiful. I didn't have any stitches. I did tear, but my midwife said like it can heal naturally. Like the tear wasn't that bad and you don't have to get stitches. So I did tear a little bit, but wow, like bleeding stopped, I don't even know, maybe like 2 or 3 days afterwards, like, and then it was just like a light discharge. Like it was like, wow, it was so much different than my hospital births, and I'm not even sure like what happened down there for them to be like so drastically different. I know with my home birth, like I had made so many padsicles. I didn't even really need, like I might have needed the padsicles for like the first 3 days, and then after that, like I didn't even need the padsicles. I had the padsicles stacked. I had the tux pads. I had all of the necessary stuff that you would normally need after a hospital birth. Vaginal, I had all of that ready, like, and I didn't even really need it. I just kind of used it as like just a little icing on the cake, but it wasn't like something that I needed. Like I just was like, oh well, I paid for all of these things, so I want to get my money's worth out of them, so I'm gonna use them up, like the witch hazel spray from Earth Mama and the Freedom Mom postpartum kit. Like I just try to use up all of my stuff because I had purchased it, but like I really didn't need as much as I had prepared myself for. Whereas like with my hospital births, I felt like I didn't have enough stuff, so this time I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need this and that, and I'm gonna need all that. And yeah, bleeding didn't last that long, and I didn't really need all those icicles, padsicles. Healing was beautiful. Healing was a breeze. I was not expecting that at all. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So Yeah, I could definitely tell a difference in like having a natural birth. I'm not sure what they do down there in the hospital to like have the recovery process down there take so long. With the I had like y'all, I had bought like 5 bottles just because those Perry bottles. I had bought like 5 of those and had them like all filled with water ready, and then I could have them all filled, and I didn't even really need any of that, like maybe for the first 2-3 days like I said, and that's it. Like the recovery of home birth is amazing. What I recommend for a hospital or postpartum, something that I just recently got, it's like a bidet attachment for your toilet. And that is a game changer. If you won't even need any Perry bottles. If you have one of those, that's so nice, and it just hooks right onto your regular toilet. And I don't think they're that expensive, but yeah, you can like move the nozzle and like have the water go from your vagina, your vaginal area, all the way to your butt, that perineal area. Like the water, you can change the motion of the spout to spray the water all throughout there, and that's so much better than a Perry bottle. So I was like, dang, I wish I had this for home birth, after giving birth, after all of them, after hospital births, after all of them. That would have been so nice to have that instead of getting up to fill the Perry bottles up. That's why I had my 5, so I didn't have to get up every single time I went to the bathroom. But that's even better if you could invest like, I don't know, like $40, and then it comes in handy for menstrual, everything, whatever you need. Like it's a bidet type attachment that you just put there, and that's so nice. That is like, I wish that's like one of my postpartum like must-haves, even though I didn't have it for my postpartum. That's definitely a must-have. I think I answered that question, y'all. I keep going on tangents. So yes, something unexpected happened. How was recovery? Recovery was good, much better than my hospital births. I didn't get that spray, the Dermaplast spray. I didn't get that. I used the Earth Mamas instead because it had better ingredients in there, but I didn't even really need to use that much. Would I recommend women? Yes, I think would I recommend having a home birth to other women? Yes, I am a home birth advocate now. I highly recommend it. If your healthcare professionals say that, like, you are, like, I guess you pass the initial screening if you're going with like a midwife or whatever, and you can like medically have it at home, I recommend like anybody have that experience. It was so beautiful. Even though mine didn't go as expected, it was still a beautiful thing. Just being able to just get in the bed afterwards, be at home, have family come home, not having to leave at all, not having to leave for postpartum checkups. Well, I still had to take her to the pediatrician, but that's it. And then like my midwife would come and check on her and come and check on me, and everything was at home, and that was really nice. Like I had prepared meals for myself, and it was nice. It was nice being at home, having that experience, and having it be so natural. And it's just a humbling experience, and your birth will teach you so much about yourself and just about your life, and it's a beautiful thing. And I mean, it's beautiful at the hospital too. I just think that natural, raw, if you can have that experience, I highly recommend it. It is life-changing, that adrenaline, and wow, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Even though mine was not as expected, I still highly recommend it. Wouldn't take it back. Wouldn't take it back for anything. I'm so glad. I am so glad Like, check that off my bucket list. I had my home birth. I had it. Didn't have the pool and the ambiance that I wanted. I had that when laboring, at least, so thankful for that, but not during the birth. So I do still wish and like long for that, but it was still a beautiful thing. And your body, God created our bodies to do these amazing things, and just being able to just be fully present for that and feel everything, like, it was so nice. And honestly, like, the pain, if I call it pain, the feelings that I had for my hospital birth and the feelings that I had with my home birth, like, they were very similar. And I had the epidural twice, and like, to me, they felt the same. Like, as far as feeling, the pain wasn't any worse. And like, you feel everything after you have that epidural, even though it makes your legs numb. I still felt like I felt stuff when I had my hospital birth. So, but that's just me. Everybody's different. I felt things with my epidural, and then even more pain comes rushing back once it's gone, once the epidural has worn off. So just having that constant whatever you're feeling the whole time, and then once the baby out, it's a big relief. I take that over epidural any day. I really like that big relief at the end, like, whoo, I got this baby out, I got it out. So yeah, definitely would recommend a home birth. Let's see. Yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps up this video and answering some questions about my home birth. I am 8 months postpartum, and it's just going by so fast. It is going by so fast. I feel like my baby girl is going to be walking anytime, any day now already. I got her this cute little stroller that is heavy enough to be a walker where it doesn't fall back on her, and it's so cute. And I've been trying to like help her walk with that. So I feel like she'll be walking any day. This time is going by so fast. And having to travel for work, I'm missing even more moments. And my boys are just getting so big and growing and having their own little personalities, and they're so fun as well. So yeah, I'm missing my little family. I want to go back home, but we gotta do what we gotta do as mamas. So yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna starfish for a few days in this bed and enjoy that and miss my babies, but I'll be back home. But yeah, I just comment below if you like feel guilt, like mom guilt, like when you have to leave your kids to go to work, because I definitely am feeling it, and it feels like it gets harder and harder the more I have to leave, I guess. I don't know, it doesn't get any easier. And yeah, like I just get like the worst thoughts and stuff, and I don't know what that is, like anxiety, like postpartum anxiety, or just mom guilt, or whatever it is. It's rough. It is rough. And yeah, I'm really missing my family. I know people are like, girl, you need this break, you need to enjoy yourself. And I don't know. I guess part of me, I do need to like find myself too. Been like mom and wife for a while, and I don't know if anybody else struggles with like who are we and all of that. So I feel like I love being a mom and I love being a wife, but I do need to work more towards doing more stuff just for me. And I realize that I miss my baby so much though. But yeah, I definitely need to find that identity within myself and my own identity, who I am, what I love to do. I love to dance, and so I think I need to make more effort into getting back into dancing, because that is something that brings me joy and that's something that I love to do. Of course, this YouTube thing is, I guess it's a space too that I'm able to like have my identity, but a lot of it is like mom and motherhood and homemaking. But yeah, so I do need to work on more of getting back to me as well. I don't want to lose myself in all of this, even though I love it so much. I'm more than just a mom. I'm more than just a wife. And so yeah, I need to work more on finding me again and in that. But yeah, I'm just ranting, talking. If anybody has stayed this long, thank you so much. Hopefully this video didn't bore y'all too much, but try to answer some home birth questions. I feel like I kind of left that part of me kind of hanging, so I wanted to update and speak more on that, and I'll try to do even more postpartum and home birth related videos, because I do truly enjoy home birth. Like, I think that is a really cool space, a really cool it was a really great experience, and I really love that, and I love talking about it, so it comes easy to me. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you stuck around this long, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I hope y'all have a blessed and wonderful day, blessed and wonderful night, depending on when you're watching this. And I truly appreciate you. And thank you. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.